And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast, the live stream edition. Take two. And thank you. The podcast is your home for rational crypto news, objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are you doing tonight, Belle?
I'm doing fantastic now. How are you, Scott?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing right now because Restream just borked us, and that hasn't happened before. So, but it's not like we've been using it so long that I could actually have a go at them or anything like that. But I will say that was weird. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market, bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable. Time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto. Welcome back to the podcast. And thank you. I'm going to leave Belle up here in the big picture because I was working around on that and I didn't get my booze. So why don't you talk to the audience tonight, Belle? Tell them what we have coming up.
Well, we've got a special interview coming up with an interesting person. So, just knowing about what's coming there has me dying laughing. And we're gonna have a fun evening.
We are going to have a fun evening. I'm going to do my best, guys. I'm a little bit, this just really wrecked me. That's the fun. I don't usually get wrecked, but that just wrecked me. And now I'm sitting here staring at the electronical portion of this, and it's a hell of a mess. So we're going to try to go ahead and soldier through this. We also have Emery with us from Jackhole Crypto. Emery, how are you doing tonight?
I'm actually doing pretty good tonight. I've had a pretty good day.
Are you? Is your day so good that you can twist your camera to your right just a little bit, and I'll tell you when. Yeah, I bet you can. A little more. Keep going. Almost there. Boy, you're close. Oh my goodness, look at that. A little bit more. Almost there. Bells, you got to talk again so I can get you up in the frame. Come on, dude. Do it. Don't worry, man. It's all family here. You have to say something though, Emery. I can't see you.
Well, then how do you know I need to twist my
camera?
There
we go, because we've been working together for a long time. That's
am I front and center?
You're very well squared away. Ask Belle; she's the one who drives this. I like the camera, dude. I like the focus. I like the bokeh effect. I think you really knocked it out of the park there. So let me ask you something, acting chair. And by the way, guys, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to talk about for the monologue tonight, but then I remember that I watched that entire travesty of an interview with SEC chair Gary Gensler, and it just kind of came to me. Now I want to put something to bed before we really carry on. Gary ain't going anywhere. Gary is not going anywhere. All right. This is a creature of Washington. This is a guy that has been in and of and around the political world up there for 35 years, his entire life. This is what he does. He is a lawyer. He's a tax lawyer. Is that right, Emery? He's a tax lawyer, right? That was like his initial thing.
Yeah, he actually is in this. He went to the same law school that I'm in right now.
There you go. So yeah, he's a tax lawyer who happened to get moved up there, but that's pretty well gone now, and he is simply a political creature. That's all he is. So as far as the people who are holding out hope that Gary's going to get fired, Gary ain't going anywhere. All right, and this interview today was a perfect example of why this man is not going to go anywhere. And with that, I can illustrate this nice and easy, very very easily. And I'm going to do it with acting SEC chair Emery. So Mr. Emery, the Honorable Emery, welcome to the podcast, sir. Thank you for joining us. Let me ask you a question, sir, because I only have 5 minutes. Is Jackal going to be a success?
That entirely depends on what you mean by success.
No, sir. It's a yes or no question, sir. Is Jackal going to be a success?
It's more complicated than that.
But sometimes it's really not. Sometimes it is simply a yes or no answer that I'm trying to get out of you. Is Jackal going to be a success?
It depends on a number of factors.
Sir, really. I reclaim my time. Because clearly I'm not getting anywhere with this. But if you guys did happen to tune in and watch the interview, that interview was a perfect illustration of why Gary isn't going anywhere. He talked for 4 hours and didn't say a word. My favorite part of that whole thing, and I forgot who was going at him, but it was a nice, simple question, and it was simply, Mr. Gensler, does the SEC bear any culpability to the collapse of FTX? That was it. That was the question. Do you have any responsibility? Do you bear any culpability to the collapse of FTX? And that is, in fact, a yes or no question. All right. Who, what, when, or why, or how? That's when I want you to carry on. But do, did, have. Those are nice, simple yes or no questions. And he was put to the task with lots and lots of yes or no questions. And he didn't answer a damn one of them. Not a one. He just tiptoed through the raindrops, talked for 4 hours, and didn't say a word. I was in awe. I mean, I was absolutely in awe because I like to think that I'm pretty good at that, and I couldn't have carried that, not for 4 hours. I could not have gone 4 hours and not said anything. So that was literally amazing. But it's for that reason, plus lots of others, simply the fact that you don't get to that high of a position in Washington without either having friends or knowing where the bodies are buried. That it is what it is, man. American politics are the best politics that money can buy, and so. He's not going anywhere. So if this is your hope and dream, I would say maybe put that one to bed, because he's not going anywhere unless there is a good, firm plan in place to replace him with somebody who's going to toe any particular agenda. Washington does not seem to care for cryptocurrency. They'll pay lip service to it because, you do have constituents, but I don't think they bear any love to decentralization. And the why of it is nice and easy, guys. All right, you're talking about one of the most centralized forms of power on the planet is Mordor on the Potomac. Back there behind the Black Gate, you can't go. You get to pay for it, but you can't actually have a say in it. So, and crypto is effectively the antithesis of everything that they're about, everything. So, although they might, again, pay lip service that, no, we're your allies, we got your back, I don't believe it for a second, not even a second. Once you go in there, once you're sworn in, once you drink the blood or whatever the hell they do up there, all right, you're now a creature of this. And I don't see any allies of crypto up there. They're going to pay lip service to it, but I don't believe it for a second, man. This is the antithesis of everything having to do with any kind of centralized form of power, centralized form of government. And even though we try our very best out here to emulate what they do in Washington, we definitely try by packing the top part of validators with just a few people, using the same people every single place, using the big names, selling them as brands as opposed to people that have individual thought or voting influence based on what's actually going on in the chain. We see a lot of that. I don't talk about this, but you know what? I've kind of given up, and I could talk about anything I want now, and that is a problem in crypto. But we're just going to, and I'm not saying that Emery agrees with me. Emery is his own man, has his own thoughts. I'm not going to put that on him. In fact, I'm going to go big screen, so Emery has no connection to this whatsoever. It's a problem. It's a problem in crypto. I personally disagree with it, so much so to the point that I won't even put tokens on my own validators. My personal money won't go on my own validators anymore. I have too much voting power. We, as the Podcast LLC, don't put tokens on our own validators anymore. We have too much voting power. I'm not saying we won't make the right decision. I assure you I will. But I can't speak for that kind of a percentage, because unless I go and poll every single person who delegates to my validator, unless I poll and get their opinion and vote the will of the validator, then or vote the will of the people that are delegating to me. And I honestly, I'd be happy to do it, man. But how many people actually actively vote? How many people actually actively get in this? You're basically giving me your proxy. And as much as I appreciate it, man, look, I don't want your proxy. I want you to vote. I want you to participate in the governance of this, because if it continues to run the way it's running, we will be the most centralized, decentralized entity I think you've ever seen. As much as I want to attack them and have a go at Washington, man, we're starting to do the same thing. We are literally starting to emulate them. And this needs to stop. It needs to stop quick. It needs to stop now. If we don't stop it, it's just going to be the way it is anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, we took a little bit of a departure there. I do apologize. I wanted to get that out. And bombing the stream, that just wrecked my rhythm, Bell. And we've been having such a good go at it lately, man. Finally got Restream working to actually bomb it out. That's a little bit tough. So, we're going to have some fun, but before we do, Bell, questions, comments, concerns, and I doubt that I know we wiped everybody out, but do we got anything, Bell?
Ajamoker, how is AMP today?
Should I really answer this? You know what?
It was asked.
It was. I'm going to be very, very political. It's doing fine, man. It's a great investment. All right. It's one that you're going to have to, it's one that you're really going to have to be patient with. And one that you're just going to really have to believe with. Now, there is a staking percentage that you can get on this token, 7, 8, 9% in a couple of places. So you can do it, but the problem with it is that the token is so brutally inflationary, even though we don't talk about it, but less than half of the total volume, and this is a token with 100 billion of them, less than half of them are in circulation. So it's pretty clear that there's going to be an uphill battle on this one. Anybody that gets in it right now, that wants to flip 10, 15% is literally going to suppress the price anytime that there's a meaningful pump. So it's a token that's in play now, and it's going to be a tough one. It wouldn't be a long-term hold. I'm not sure if they were asking me seriously or not, Bell, but I'm going to try to be diplomatic in my answer. I think I did very good. Hope that answered the question. Bell, please carry on.
Sir KJK, Scott, if you didn't leverage trade, how else would you quickly turn your new Stream wallet to 10x?
Well, I used to be a really, really efficient and effective day trader, and I could still probably go there. However, to my own shame and horror, the most effective place for me to day trade is on central exchanges because I have the least experienced people there that I'm day trading against. So I would be moving over to Coinbase. I'd be moving over to Gemini. There's some pretty good action over there. But I'd be probably hitting those two exchanges with a primary focus on Coinbase because there are a lot of people on there and they don't know what they're doing. They don't understand what FOMO is. They've never heard of the greatest fool theory, not even knowing that they are, in fact, the greatest fool, the greater fool. They have no idea. So I would go where my money would work the best for me based on the conditions. So Coinbase would probably be the very first place I would go, only because I'm trading against very, very amateur traders. There's better opportunities pretty much anywhere for any kind of real money. You don't need to get yourself beat up over there. I'm talking 6-7 figure trades. They don't need to happen over there on Coinbase anymore. But the small ones, people sub $5,000 wallets, can do very, very well over there if you pay attention. If you do some reading, do a little bit of looking, pay attention to market sentiment, pay attention to Discords. If you're interested in a token, you better be on their Discord. If you're interested in it, you better be on their Reddit. You need to find out what they are talking about. And that is a lot of different tokens, and opportunity is going to come out of nowhere. So I'd probably be doing over there, getting my 5%, 10%, stuff like that. I'd be chasing the smaller ones with the very inexperienced, against very inexperienced people, just so that I could build up my wallet, and then I'd probably bail out. Hope that answered the question. Bell, please carry on.
Microman, if you want to see a primetime weasel evade questions, watch our Royal Mail CEO get grilled by the Parliamentary Select Committee.
I can't promise I'm going to look at that, man, but I have a pretty good idea what you're talking about on there, man. You know what? Microman's, he's our international audience. We have a couple, man. We got Microman, we got Gadgets, we got some folks across the pond, our brothers from across the pond. I like their politics better. I mean, it's the same shtick. There's no real difference between the way they do it and the way we do it. They're as corrupt as we are corrupt. I mean, there's no real illusion of authenticity in there. But those guys get mad. I mean, they throw things. I mean, I've seen, we always get pictures of brawls, people just going at it. I think that's the way to settle a lot of these political disputes is you just go Thunderdome. I mean, that's the way to do it. You can build the, the wood, the old pictures and all that. And right in the middle, we just put a big cage and throw chainsaws in there or something and say, all right, you guys are going to sort this out right now. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. I'm cool with that. I think most people would. You could sell it as a pay-per-view. You could do that. You could sell it to constituents as a pay-per-view so that we could watch the honorable this guy against the honorable this guy. And, we get the chant going, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. We could do that. You'd start paying off national debt with that. I mean, it's like, well, the pay-per-view numbers are through the roof. We got nothing passed, but the pay-per-view is just killing it. I think the UK could use something like that. I know we could. I absolutely know we could. You'd have a subscriber for life. I would tune in for every single one of those. So, yeah, dude, I get it, man. I appreciate the question. Carry on, Bill.
Kodar 1. So is Jackal Corporation expanding this year to new stuff? Look forward to or next year?
Well, I don't think that's a question for me. Emery.
I suppose that's for me.
One of us works for Jackal, yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean by expanding into, but we're going to be building our own product base. So there'll be a couple new features that'll be rolling out this year. You've heard them before. Our share function is coming very, very soon, as well as there's going to be Shepherd coming out as well. That's a little bit delayed just because we have some other things to take care of first, such as the share function, such as ledger support. But I hope that answered the question. I'm not quite sure what you meant expanding into, so let me know if I can clarify that for you.
I think he wants to know what's coming next for Jackal, and I want to say obviously the share feature, which I'm very
share
excited
function
about.
Yeah, that feature it will be the next one, and then hopefully ledger support will come after that, and then the storage module is the basis of everything we do. So anything that comes next is going to be based off the storage module, such as Shepherd and any other products we roll out. So they'll all be connected together.
such as IO, which should be coming out. We should have that beta in hand here pretty quick. So such as IO, such as another project that is not my project, so I won't mention it. But my producer of my show is feel free to talk about it all you want.
Yeah, that'd be ARMID, and that's medical record storage protocol.
This is called dead air because I was drinking my soda. I didn't know I was running this. I thought you guys were talking now. Should I just take the show back over again?
So all of these things are going to be based off of the storage module. So I hope that answers your question. And if it didn't, just let me know and I will clarify.
All right, carry on, Bill.
Microman. Emery looks great, by the way.
Don't you like it?
I appreciate it, but you can see me more clearly now, which is probably not the best. So that's
oh, look at this. Let's put a big screen.
Blurry.
That's as big as I can make Emery. Look at that, man. You can see pores. You can see he needs a shave.
It shows the worst part of me. I haven't shaved in like 6 months. I need a haircut, and I liked it better when I was a little blurry. You couldn't see everything.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. The red of your eyes is just really arousing to me. So I appreciate the camera is what I'm saying.
I've heard that twice today, and I appreciate that.
Emery's an Army guy, man. It's all right. We shoot straight. It's still a funny thing. All right, guys. If we got any more, Bell, table them up. So here's something interesting that's coming up. So Emery has begun making the rounds on other. He's cheating on me. He's cheating on the podcast, and he's going around to different shows doing interviews on behalf of Jackal. So I wasn't sure if he's really, really warmed up and ready for this. So we're going to go ahead and give him a little impromptu interview right here. And based on some of the contempt I have for some of these projects and particularly some of the influencers, I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with it. I hope you guys do too. Emery does not know what questions are coming. Belle does because she helped me write them. So it's not just me that's responsible for this. It's Belle as well.
Oh yeah, wow, that bus really didn't feel good running over me.
Well, come on, man. It's always me, man. Look, when people go to Reddit and they complain about this show, they're not bitching about Belle. They're not bitching about Emery. It's always me. I'm always in the crosshairs. I'm the one sitting there. And Emery's. If you ever saw that that perfect Far Side cartoon. and it's just a crosshair. A guy looking down a scope, and there's two bears, and one of guy is looking away. It's right on him, and the bear's looking away, and the other bear's next to him, going, this guy right here. That's what I get. All right, that's this show right here. I got Bell and Emery just sitting there pointing at me, and me looking away when I got the crosshairs just right across my chest. So I think it's okay to share some of the responsibility of something that'll likely bomb, but I'll have fun doing it. So I think it's important. Anyway, guys, if you could please, 60 seconds. I got to change notes, flip screens. We're going to be back. And we're going to be coming back with a live interview with what is Emery of Jackhole Crypto. So if you guys could please stand by 60 seconds, we're going to be right back. And we're going to have, you're going to learn all about Jackhole. So please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back and tuning back in here to the podcast. We have a very special treat with you for you guys tonight. We have Emery from Jackhole Crypto, and he's on here to tell us all about it. Emery, do we have you? Are you here with us?
I'm here with you, Scott.
Excellent. So you are from Jackhole Crypto, is that correct? So tell me, what can you tell me about Jackhole?
Yeah, it's a Jackhole protocol. We are a decentralized storage layer in Cosmos. We provide hot storage, and we do it in a very secure and private fashion.
Yes, I have heard great things about Jackhole. Now, Emery, I understand that Jackhole is a cryptocurrency. You can explain to our audience, please, what is a cryptocurrency?
Well, a cryptocurrency is a type of currency, which is kind of in the name, and it lives on the blockchain. It allows for decentralized assets and finance to basically live on a ledger where everyone can see transactions of not only yours but other people's transactions and what's going on from a very public point of view. So the whole point of cryptocurrency is to be able to decentralize the monetary system rather than have it centralized, as with it is in a lot of places.
Yes, I understand this about cryptocurrency. Now, Emery, can you explain why Jackhole is the best cryptocurrency?
Well, Jackhole has a number of advantages over other cryptocurrencies, such that it's backed by real world products. So when we sell our storage, that is actually what's backing the cryptocurrency. So it's not as ephemeral or ethereal as other cryptocurrencies. It has something behind it that is very tangible, and you can even use it every day if you wanted to.
Yes, it does sound like it is the best cryptocurrency. Now, Emery, can you tell me why Jackhole is better than Filecoin, which is also a cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so our storage is different in a number of ways. I would say one of the biggest differences between Filecoin and Jackhole is that when you go to Filecoin, it will ask various questions such as name, email address, what you're doing with the storage. And Jackhole doesn't do any of that. The only thing you need to interact with Jackhole are Jackhole tokens and a web wallet.
So what are Jackhole tokens?
Jackal token is the native cryptocurrency of Jackal. Our ticker is JKL, and you can grab Jackal on Osmosis right now. That's currently is the only place to get it, or you can get it on Shade Protocol. But those are the two places that you can get Jackal. It's a they're both decentralized exchanges, so you can't find them on places like Coinbase or Gemini or Kraken.
Will we see Jackal on Coinbase or Gemini or Kraken?
I wouldn't say so in the near future. No.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. So currently, we don't really have any plans to implement Jackal on a centralized exchange. Our token right now is more focused on growth and user base for what it's being used for, rather than a speculative asset. And we believe that if Jackal were to immediately hit a centralized exchange, then it would kind of devalue its purpose. So right now, there are no plans for a centralized Jackal token.
Can you tell me how many users you have specifically?
Like how many there are on the network?
How many people are paying for Jackal storage specifically?
I can tell you how many they are, but I don't know who they are.
Yes, how many they are.
Yeah, currently around 30 users for Jackal have paid for storage. So we're averaging about 2 new customers a week, and that just includes our B2C or business to client side business. We also have our B2B business, our B2B side, which are business to business side.
Are you going to be onboarding these business to business folks?
Yes, we are. In fact, we are in the midst of making deals with several large entities who I won't disclose now. But we do have deals with much larger clients on the B2B side.
How come you can't disclose it? How come you can't disclose it? I've been asking you for a year and a half, and you haven't said anything. What? Come on, man. Give me something, dude.
Well, part of Jackal's
You're not going to. I'm not asking, dude. Come on. Let me stop you there, Gary. Let me take you up. Okay. So, like I said, man, I just wanted to hit you over the head a little bit, but let's try something a little bit different. Emery,
Sure.
Can you tell me about yourself? I like to be acquainted with those whom with I do business. Can you tell me, sir, what is your sign?
What's my sign?
Yes.
Like astrological sign?
Yes.
I actually have no idea. I have no idea what my sign is.
So you're saying that you are not a believer in astrology. So you're saying that fully 60 to 70% of the entire population of the planet is wrong. Is that what you're saying?
I think
is that what you're saying? You can just come out and say it. So you're saying you disagree with 60 to 70% of the population of the planet. That's what you're saying.
Is it really that many?
At least. Okay, let me ask you something different. Emery, how much change do I have in my pocket?
Oh, I have no idea.
You know what? I've brought a lot of guests on this show, and typically they have answers, and I notice that you're just kind of fumbling around, so it kind of makes me wonder what you're trying to hide. Let me ask you, Emery, what is the fastest land mammal? It's a very common question, sir. The very fast,
I believe.
Is it the cheetah? You know what? We're going to check on that. Belle, can we check on that, please? We're going to fact check you here a little bit. You're okay with that?
We can check on that. And we do have a request, Scott, for you to go to PBS Voice.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Emery, thank you for joining us here on the podcasts. We are talking about Jackal crypto. It's really good. So we're here with Emery, the founder of Jackal. And let me ask you a question here, Emery. How many windows are in New York City?
Oh, I'd imagine millions.
So are we here to imagine, or are we here to get to the facts, sir? Should I repeat the question? Should I repeat the question, sir? I mean, is it very difficult to understand? How many windows, Emery, are in New York City, including car windows?
Including car windows.
Yes.
Wow. I'd imagine in the order of millions. Yeah.
Would you say that it's more or less than 10,000?
I would say it's more than 10,000. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to check that one as well. And finally, Emery, should I have the salmon for dinner?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I love salmon. You should love salmon too.
Okay, what do I do if the salmon is mildly underdone?
You can eat salmon at various temperatures, so it's really okay if it's not fully cooked.
Okay, I can't even carry this on, dude. This was my own little bit. I can't even do this anymore, dude. Look, I just, you know what? You're leaving home, dude. You're breaking my heart a little bit. All right, you're going out. You're cheating on me. You told me that you're doing it, so I admire your honesty for that. When you literally came out and said, "Hey, Scott, we're going on a lot bigger shows than you are," and I'm very excited about it. So I'm not saying that I'm not a little bit hurt. I am. My heart's a little bit broken. I think I can speak for the podcast audience here when I say, you've always been our guy, and now apparently you're going to be other people's guys. So, I thought maybe I should give you a going away or disclose something. I have nude pictures of Emery. I'd be happy to show him here on the stream. He's cool with it. He's really a hep cat. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but Emery's got a lot of darkness in him. So there we go. Before we carry on to whatever else we're doing here tonight, Belle, are there any audience questions for Emery?
Oh, I don't know questions.
There are actually.
I know
right,
there
so
are.
First one coming from in Alpha Delta. Can you give a brief overview of the signaling proposal for Jackal Osmo incentivized liquidity pool?
Yes, I can, actually. I'll do that question.
You suck so bad. I hate everything about you right now. But go ahead, man. Yeah.
The signaling proposal. This is just the signaling proposals are just to gather awareness for the community about what Jackal plans to do. So the purpose of that is to let the community know that, hey, we're looking to add Jackal incentives to the front page of Osmosis. And if you have any comments or concerns about what we're doing, when we're doing it, how we're doing it, you can absolutely leave a comment on that. If you go to the Osmosis Commonwealth, it's a pretty good site for governance. And if you didn't know, if you've never been there, you have to actually pay a little bit of Osmo to leave a comment. I believe it's like 0.05 Osmo.
I leave a lot of comments, dude. I got more Osmo than I know what to do with, dude. It's nothing. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
So we do. The current plan is to add 1 million Jackal incentivized to the front end of Osmosis, and then we're looking to see if Osmosis will match any of that.
Yeah, what are your actual feels on that? I know you guys have talked to him. You would not send up. You look, man. You whip the votes. All right, you whip the votes before you ever put up that signaling proposal. So give me how have the conversations been going, man? That's what people want to know.
Well, the signaling proposal is to talk about the vote. So we that's what it's there for. So we don't. The signaling proposal is the pre-talk, if you will. So
Sure.
We haven't actually put out the proposal yet, but we're hoping to get a little bit of feedback. If anyone has any questions or concerns on us on the governing Commonwealth for Osmosis, or if you leave in the Discord, we're happy to take a look at whatever anybody thinks. But that's the pre-talk. We're hoping to get some comments, and if there are none, which there doesn't seem to be terribly many, we'll likely put that proposal out as is.
Do I need to just live there, dude, and write paragraphs of stuff for consideration? Because I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting a little bit more out of that, but that's all right. Belle, please carry on. Belle's muted. I promise you, she's talking right now. Yep.
All right, Berms. Hey, Emery, how do you plan on advertising, promoting, marketing Jackal?
Yeah, excellent question. As Scott alluded today, we definitely had a relationship conflict when I was moving on to do various interviews. So
you suck.
One thing that Jackal is doing is we're going to have a town hall meeting every week in order to make sure that we have support of the community, hear questions, comments, concerns about various things about Jackal, whether it be the protocol itself, the dashboard, or really anything you want. We are looking to have interviews at the very least weekly on various podcasts or talk shows in the crypto space, and we're looking to expand our product into other not only Cosmos, but also other protocol and ecosystems out there. So the best form of marketing we can do right now is just to stretch our product to wherever people need it. I think that form of advertising just seems to work really well. It's just actually having it be there and functioning somewhere other than Jackal proper. So you saw us having a partnership with say Praetor. He'll see deployables of Jackal provider there to make a better user experience. We are doing some things with Archway when that launches. So whenever we see an opportunity to for Jackal to be used somewhere else, that's what we're going to try to go after. And we think that's the best form of marketing. It's just having people use the product.
So is it really going to be that, or are you guys just going to go viral? Ask Patrick this. If I paid BitBoy the $50,000 for the 10-minute interview he will get on his show, would Patrick go on his show?
Would Patrick go on BitBoy's show?
Yes. If I paid the $50,000, would he go on it?
Wow. I don't know, because I don't think a lot of us are a fan of BitBoy, and I don't know if we want
he's
that,
a toad.
I don't think we want that. I don't think we want that type of price action than random crashes. So
and it would be brutal, dude. That thing would spike. We could all dump and rebuy. So we'll clear out whoever happens to come in after us.
I don't think we want that kind of growth. So
no, but I'm just saying that it's realistic to entertain it. I don't need the money that way.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, but I don't know if he'd do it. I don't know.
Patrick is so good on camera, dude. He is so good on camera. He is so good on the microphone. I'm sure part of his college curriculum was public speaking, because he's either a natural or he nails it. He's been trained up or he's just damn good at it. But no, if you put him on that show, man, he would absolutely kill it. Anyway, carry on, Belle.
All right. So Black Tornado, Emery is totes adorbs.
Oh my gosh. That's the third time today.
Is what? I don't know. What word did you just say?
Totes adorbs. 2 words. She's calling Emery freaking adorable.
Oh, toots adorbs.
Totes.
Wow.
Totes.
Totes adorbs.
Yeah. Totes.
I appreciate your compliment there. I really do.
What the hell does that mean? Am I totes adorb? I think, come on, guys. I've been up here for 2.5 years talking to you. Am I totes adorb? It seems to make people happy. I don't know what it means. I want to know if I'm totes adorb. I don't know what the hell that is. I thought, we try so hard to bring you guys a kind of a professional show, and all of a sudden, and my guest tonight is totes adorb. I got nothing for this, man. You guys have just knocked me right out of my wheelhouse. Let's talk politics. All right, let's talk like that, because I don't know current vernacular. Anyway, carry on, Belle.
All right, so Microman, Emery is doing a sterling job in the Jackal Validator and Linux Discord channels, helping people out. Kudos, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, and I'm sure that I hope that whoever's trying to spin up a provider is getting what they need. I'm sorry I can't be on there more. I'm just kind of in and out most of the day, so I do answer whatever I possibly can. So I appreciate that.
All right, moving on to the next one. Microman again. Could we use the same process used for setting up the Jackal storage providers to set up validators, and so further decentralize the network?
The RPC that you need to set up in order to connect to your provider is a validator that just hasn't been completed yet. That's all an RPC is. So yes, you can use an RPC as a validator, although I don't recommend it. Use a different server for it. But yeah, there's just 1 or 2 more steps to promote, as they call it, an RPC to a validator. So if you have the tokens lying around to make a Jackal validator, I absolutely encourage that. Having a decentralized network is the entire ethos of not only Jackal but the blockchain.
As a matter of fact, the podcast, again, as I disclosed at the beginning, we no longer delegate tokens to our own validator. We actually we delegate these out to other validators much lower in the chain that are at least active and supporting the chain, meaning that they're on the Discord, they're talking, they're part of the discussion. So that's the whole idea, is that we want to continue to build up a strong chain, but we're going to need strong people to do that. So I am more than happy to delegate tokens to these folks, so to encourage them to keep participating in the network. Jackal is Jackal's going to be my thing, man, and I'm going to do. I will. It's a good product. It's the right product at the right time in the right space. I absolutely believe that, and we're going to do whatever we have to do to make it successful. It has nothing to do with, you know, it's always going to have a little bit to do with the money, of course. Come on, man. We're all investing for a reason. But for me, honestly, this is all about privacy. That's it. I'm a huge advocate of privacy. I understand. I'm on YouTube all the time. I disclose wallets. I put all that stuff up. But there's a difference here. There's a fundamental difference. I do that by choice. I absolutely do that by choice. And what I put onto Jackal, what I upload to my my Jackal account, is gone. All right, doesn't exist anymore. Nobody can see it, not even Jackal, unless I choose to disclose it, unless I choose to associate a particular file with a particular file ID. Nobody's going to know what the hell that file is. Emery, stop me anytime I'm wrong here, dude. But unless I choose to disclose that information, nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to get it. And that is the it really comes down to that, is the fundamental difference in why I support this project so much. Again, if I can make some money on it, great. I'd be happy and support this with just as much passion, just to break even. I'd be fine with that. I believe in it. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right, so Joshua Knight, Emery, when will Renew be live again for my Jackal RNS?
Renew will be live when it is expired, I imagine. Is your RNS expired? If not, then you don't need to renew it. So if it is expired and you can't renew it, then let me know. I'd love to make sure that you have your RNS available to you. The entire point of that is to make things easier, and if it's not easy, then it's not right. So let me know if you have troubles with that.
Oh my God, that's a great question. It just occurred to me. How long ago did Jackal RNS launch? It was a little over a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a while ago, and then we airdropped everyone their RNS on Jackal protocol itself instead of Juno.
That's right. Yeah. Oh my God, we were paying for it with Juno. Are we still paying for it with
Yes.
raw Juno, or is it a dollar amount? Because if it's just pure Juno, I'm gonna buy my RNS for as long as I can, dude. Juno's worth nothing right now, and I still have some. So I remember. Oh my God, I forgot all about that, man. This is a flashback stream. This is great. Carry on, Bell.
All right, Makokata Streamwalker, why bother with the Jackal token? Why not sell directly in US dollars, euros, and won?
Why buy the Jackal token? Because we live on the blockchain. If you want the real simple answer, and the blockchain is native to cryptocurrencies. The Jackal token represents several things. It's not just about storage. We use Jackal for governance. We use Jackal for when it comes out, we'll use it as a form to represent our Shepherd product, and really anything that needs to be done on Jackal. So when we use blockchain products, that token is really important, not just for buying a service, if a service even exists on that chain. So yeah, that's a very good question. I appreciate that. But yeah, the number, if you want a real basic answer, is because we're on the blockchain. The more involved answer is because Jackal is more than just a form of payment. It's a lot of things.
Let me ask that question in a different way. I think this might shed a little light on this. Can you think of a path for me to pay for Jackal storage using fiat currency that you don't have to know my name?
Not currently. There has to, if we want to go into like banking things, then KYC would be applicable.
And I think that's your answer right there. I don't want Jackal to know who I am. I don't want them to be able to associate a name with a wallet address. This is about privacy, and it includes privacy from the provider. Nobody knows what I put up there on Jackal, man. I cannot undersell that. And as soon as you start getting into a cash feature, the first thing that they're going to ask you, if you want to pay with a credit card, which I'm sure they'd be happy to take your credit card, but as soon as you do, you've just given up your privacy. They know who you are. They know the who, what, when, where, why, and how. They know everything about you. And as soon as that credit card comes over, they can get your name, they can get your address, they can get your credit report, they can get your transaction history, they can get every single thing about you. Blockchain. And the reason that I'm in blockchain is because this simply does not exist on the blockchain. It cannot exist on the blockchain. That very nature of KYC is the antithesis of why the blockchain exists, period. And when you're comparing Jackal to some of these other storage products, such as Filecoin, such as Sia, such as what are some of the other ones, Emery? Because I mean, I've tried them all.
There's Storage J.
Every single one of them, the first thing they ask you to do is sign up. First thing that they ask you to do is sign up. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. You have just given up any illusion of privacy. Jackal doesn't ask you that. But as soon as they start taking credit cards, they are asking that. This is fact. So, yeah, I like the way they're doing it now. I'm happy to pay with Jackal. But I'm pretty sure if you guys, there was a large enough groundswell that said, we want to pay with credit cards, I'm pretty sure Jackal as a product would say, sure, but you no longer have any privacy. We know everything about you. That's the idea, and that's the fundamental difference between this and many, many, many other projects. Carry on, Belle.
Next question for Emery from Makoka to Streamwalker. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
You better say the line, dude.
Oh,
Come
man.
on. I know you're a big dork. You're like me, dude. We're just huge geeks. Go ahead and say it.
What if I were to spoil it and say I've never seen that?
You've seen it, dude. There's no way you haven't seen that. You wear armor. For God's sakes, I've made you the armor that you're wearing. I know you're a huge dork. I know you've seen this. It's like a requirement, dude. This is the tattoo to get into the Geek Club, is to have seen Monty Python, in the Holy Grail. So go ahead and say the line. Say the line.
You know, I haven't seen it in a while. I forgot the line.
African or European swallow. You suck.
Right,
There's
right,
so
yeah,
many
there
levels
is.
of suck that you are putting out there right now. I don't believe you're being honest with me at this moment. I don't believe that you've forgotten that. Everybody knows that. God, Emery, you're just. Why do we have him on anymore, Belle? You Belle said,
It's
bring on
to
Emery.
raise, it's to get those emotions out. It's just not the same if you're real flat all the time.
Dude, yeah, that is just it. You're so full of shit. Carry on, Belle.
Emery, just so you know, when I see you tomorrow, you are getting Gibbs slapped over that one.
I know I'm getting slapped.
Oh,
my heart is just breaking underneath my fine vest. My heart just broke. I was like, oh my God, I'm a bigger dork than Emery is, man. I didn't. Oh my God, I'm so disappointed right now. Carry on, Belle.
Sofa Ninja, will Jackal be doing paid marketing in the future?
That seems likely. Yeah.
You have to, dude. And we've had this conversation. I haven't gotten Patrick on the phone yet, but I will. Name me a product. Name me a customer-facing product. A non-esoteric type of customer-facing product that doesn't advertise. For God's sakes, Ferrari advertises. The entire world knows them, but I still see Ferrari commercials. Tell me a human on this planet that hasn't heard of Nike, but they still have Nike commercials. Yes, they will be doing paid advertising. You are a product, and you have to treat it as such. I know you guys know this. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Carry on, Belle.
Oh. I'm still in shock over the fact that wow. Sorry. All right. So Garlic Soul from Twitch actually telling Emery, well played.
Well played. Which part was well played?
Your answers during Scott's interview.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I did my best. I took several politics classes while I was in college, so I had a little bit of prep time to figure out what not to say. So
you know who else who else took those classes in college, Emery, and had a little prep time? Mussolini also took those colleges and took took those classes in college. Now, I'm not saying you're Mussolini. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's a lot of similarities. This is called a false analogy, and I'm pretty sure that you're at least aware of this. I literally did videos about this saying this is how you win an argument. There is no argument I'm going to lose, and if I have to go with Mussolini, I will go with Mussolini. I'm going to win this thing, man. For me, it's about the victory. Carry on, Bell. And for all the Twitch folks over there, man, look, I appreciate it, dude. We just started spinning up the Twitch channel again. We're going to keep going. You guys, I was kind of cruising Twitch and seeing what kind of crypto content that they have going on over there, man. And it's nothing but chart oracles. Look, crypto people need you guys need a little bit of reality over there, and you're not going to catch it in the charts, rolling the bones, or the witch doctors. All right. You're going to catch it from sound economic fundamentals. That's what we try to bring. I understand it's not exciting, but I assure you that it is necessary. Carry on, Bell.
Andrew Grote, brand awareness. I've read a few people on Reddit thinking it was a meme coin, possibly based off the dog logo. Would be great for people to hear about the utility.
Yeah, it really would. The only reason they think it's a meme is because they have no idea what it's about. So I think that I think that as far as the Reddit space goes, it's a little shallow. So I'm hoping that people actually try out the product. We give out free tokens all the time for people to try. We'll have a free model coming out pretty soon. So actually trying out the product, and before you buy it, it will be hopefully a game changer for those who think that Jackal's just a meme token.
Well, I'll tell you what, we like to give away tokens. We're going to give away 100 Jackal right at this very moment for the person who can tell me what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen African swallow, and we're going to fact check you. So the first person in chat that can tell me the airspeed velocity of an unladen African swallow is going to win 100 Jackal, courtesy of the Podcast LLC. Bell's going to verify it. No, you don't. You didn't even know the damn question, Emery. You are completely omitted from all of this now, all right? You unzipped your fly and you said, yeah, oh, look, there's nothing there. My whole thing was, let's get Emery to take his pants off, see what we're working with here. And we found out nothing. Carry on, Bell.
All right. So 125 POB, does the latest U.S. secret data breach by a random military personnel just promote the need for a blockchain data storage?
I don't know if it promotes the need for a blockchain data storage, but it does bring awareness to that the current standard that was there, the SNP 20 standard, which I assume was what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's got to
be. Or
be.
am I thinking about something else?
No, it's got to be.
If that's not, if that's not what you're talking about, let me know. But if you're talking about the SNP 20s, then yeah, there were apparently a design flaw in that. So one reason that Jackal is no longer an L2 on secret is that we just could not expand to the level of privacy and security that we wanted to on secret. And if we were on secret, then that would have been big trouble for us. But we made our own sovereign blockchain for several reasons. And I think that secret, while it has its things going for it, don't get me wrong, I think it has interesting things that fell apart a little bit.
I do like Secret. I know that you guys don't see me doing a lot of videos about Secret. It has nothing to do with the product. It has a lot to do with Carter. I'm just gonna put it there. Nothing is unhackable. All right, I understand. We always pretend that there's something that is simply unbreakable. The security is so good that it can't be broken. It's just a matter of time. All right, the greatest the greatest security that we have right now is just the one that hasn't been broken yet, but it will be. I thought SNP 20 was about as good as you can get. I really did. I was like, SNP 20, that's it, man. You get into SNP 20, you're gonna be golden. And clearly, that's not the case. So you just give it enough time, and somebody's gonna bust it. I'm very, very thankful that Jackal wasn't a part of that, man. Because if you guys were on that network and they violated SNP 20, dude, that would have been who knows what would have happened there. So
yeah,
at least I'm glad that you guys, that would have been bad, dude. That would have been not unrecoverable, because crypto absolutely has a goldfish memory and a butterfly attention attention span. So it would have been forgotten, but boy, that would have been rough. Anyway, that was a great question. 125. I appreciate it. Carry on, Belle.
We did actually have we actually had two people who gave slightly different answers that are both correct to the question of the airspeed velocity of an unladen African swallow. Burms chimed in first with 24 miles an hour, which is correct. And Microman followed very, very closely behind with 11 meters per second, which is also correct.
I don't know what a meter is, dude. All right, pretend I'm an American and that I can't handle the metric system. All right, let's just pretend. I'll tell you what, Belle, we're going to give them both 100 Jackal. You guys know the drill. Get with Belle. She'll feed you. We have more than enough Jackal to take care of people, so go ahead and give it up. How much does 1 month of Jackal storage cost? I know it's $8. How much is that in tokens? But is it about 120? How many tokens is that, Emery?
That's what I want to say. Is it 695 tokens? Is it
for 1 month?
Oh, for 1 month.
No, that's
year.
for the year.
So just divide that by 12. So
I thought it was like 80 something.
Could be. I think 100 is more than enough to cover a month, though. So
yeah. I'll tell you what. How many people do we have tonight? I'll tell you what. For the very first Twitch viewer, because we're new over there on Twitch, for the very first Twitch viewer who can type my name into chat, and I've told you my name many, many times, the very first Twitch viewer who can type my name into chat, I'm going to give you 100 Jackal. For 5 people on this stream right now, how are we going to give it away, Emery? We're going to give 100 Jackal to 5 different people. How are we going to do it? Say it now. I want you guys to use the protocol. This is really where it comes down to. It has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with you guys actually seeing and using the protocol. Once you use it, I think you're hooked. So I would like, if I have to pay for you to use it, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. 5 more people. Belle, Emery, you guys
first and last name.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we want to do. We want to KYC the people that we're giving the Jackal to. Emery, you figure it out right now. 5 people. We're going to give them all 100 Jackal from the Podcast LLC, and I hope you don't have to do it. You can turn around and sell it, man. Look, this is all up to you. But I really, really hope that you will go to Jackal, that you will sign up for at least 1 month, 1 terabyte, and play with the protocol. Once you have seen this protocol and what it does and how it works, I got a hunch that you're going to be a customer. All right, this is your lockbox. This is your fireproof lockbox that is not really fireproof. It's just a matter of heat and time, and your fireproof lockbox isn't. This is really a fireproof lockbox. I just want you to use the protocol. Emery's going to tell you how we're going to give those tokens away to the next 5 people. Emery, you figure it out. And we're going to give 100 more Jackal to 5 different people from the Podcast LLC. Emery, take it away. Give away my money.
Oh, boy. I get to ask some questions?
Yep.
Oh, boy. Does anyone know the original name of Jackal Protocol before it became Jackal Protocol?
Yes, I do.
I think that's a great question. I don't know if many people know that. Patrick said it like maybe once or twice in the far past. So
is that what you're gonna do, man? I was thinking of something a little bit easier. Somebody who has brand new to the program, like the Twitch people. Did we get anybody on Twitch that actually typed in my first name, Belle?
Not yet, no.
Okay, man, I cannot give my money away. This is bothersome. I'll tell you what, Belle, give away 500 Jackal, 5 different people. Do it right now.
All right. Well, GSM actually answered with Lupalella.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Nope.
That's the name of the test net, though.
That's the test net, though, man. You guys are breaking my heart here. Come on.
MJ is typing in, can't type in your Twitch chat without linking my phone number.
Yeah, dude, we're all about KYC here, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
do you have
MJ.
to do that for Twitch chat?
I don't know, dude. I haven't used Twitch in a long time. Come on, I just want to give some money away. For God's sakes, figure out how to give away my money.
I can ask an easier question.
Okay.
What else we got? What's the starting circulating supply of Jackal?
Oh, I know. Dude, it's still, again, that's too esoteric, man. Come on, make it simple.
Oh, that was a really easy one.
Yeah, you would think.
Really easy one.
You would think, and we're going to see the answers just come pouring in, man. Pretend that this is my show and that I'm in tune with my audience. All right, find something easier, dude.
Man. do we got?
Oh God, I got it.
I've got one. I've got one.
Okay.
And yeah, it's public and actually should be pretty easy for some people to guess. What football team did Scott buy to create an RNS address with? What football team did he name an RNS after?
I don't think they're going to get that one either, man. Again,
I bet they are because they tuned in during football season.
Okay, how about I make it real easy? This channel, the Podocasts, has more videos about this particular token than any other product that we have covered. The first 5 answers who type in that name are going to get 100 Jackal, and please use it to purchase Jackal storage. Try it for a month, keep the change, do whatever you want with it. But this channel has one product that we have covered and done more videos and more live streams than any other product. First 5 answers in there are going to get 100 Jackal. That's how you do it, Belle. That's how you make it obvious.
Actually, in answer to my question, Joshua Knight chimed in immediately with Denver Broncos, followed by Toot saying Denver Broncos.
Joshua, Toot, you both get 100 Jackal. Please try Jackal storage. Right. Next 3 answers are...
MJ actually answered with AMP.
There's 100 Jackal.
Jack Sparrow also answered with AMP.
There's another 100 Jackal.
And GSOM also answered with AMP.
Oh my God, we gave it away to the family. I was hoping to try to catch somebody that hadn't used this thing. How about this? I'm going to do this once. I shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway. PB, what's his name? The guy who had to go at me.
125 POB.
All right, 125 POB. Send your Jackal address to Belle. She's going to put 100 Jackal in your wallet. It's not about me, babe. All right, it's about the product. It's about try it. I will pay for you to try it. So that's another one. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 800 Jackal. There you go. Okay, we gave away about $100
We're not
tonight.
giving away 1,000 today.
You want to do 1,000? Fine. We'll give away 200 more. Pick the question.
What about what does RNS stand for?
There you go. So the first person to type in RNS that hasn't won anything tonight is going to win 200 Jackal. The first person to type in. The first person to type in.
What's RNS mean? Well, it's an acronym.
It is an acronym.
Makokata Streamwalker actually chimed in with a total supply of 1 million Jackal. So you did get an answer to that one, Emery. Is that correct or no?
It is not correct.
Not even close, man. But it was a good answer.
Or
but it wasn't
100 million, sorry.
Okay, yeah. That is correct. The circulating supplies.
So Makokata Streamwalker is another one. So we've got one more person.
One more person we got to give away 100 Jackal to. Yep. I did put it out, so let's see who gets back.
And MJ chimed in with registered name service.
But you already won.
Close,
and you already won. Nope.
And Top Cat chiming in with retriever name services.
Retriever name service.
Round of applause for Top Cat. So all we did was give this away to the family. I couldn't give away money on Twitch yet. What do I have to do? Do I have to put up a bigger number? Is that what I have to do? Do I have to make a channel just for Twitch and say, we are going to give away $1,000 on this stream? Is that what we're going to have to do? I mean, is that what we're going to have to do to get a Twitch viewership over there? We will give away $1,000. I'll tell you what, we're going to do it. Not tonight, but we are going to do it. The Podocast.
$1,000 or 1,000 Jackal?
$1,000 worth of Jackal. We are going to give away $1,000 worth of Jackal to one person, but we're only going to do it on Twitch. All right, now there's a way to get it out. I get it, man. Look, YouTube, is very, very generous. YouTube influencers are extremely generous to the people that tune in and watch them. So I get it. $1,000 might not be a lot of money, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Now, we'll get the stream set up. We'll let you guys know when. We're just trying to do a little bit of outreach, all right? As long as I've discovered Restream, I think it's really cool. And I'd like to expand our Twitch audience because those guys, they need some help over there, man. That crypto scene over there is bad. I mean, it is bad, bad, bad. So the podcast will go over there into one person. We will give away $1,000 worth of Jackal on a very specific stream. I'll let you know. Belle will give you the details as soon as we figure those out. But aside from that, Emery, do you get the last word? We did run over time. I had a ball, dude. I can keep going for another hour, by the way, man.
We're out already?
Dude, we're already over an
the bad
hour,
part
man.
is we've still got quite a few comments and questions.
All right, then we're not
for a little
then,
bit, you know?
Yeah, then we're not done. Belle, ask your questions. I'm just too busy giving away our money, man.
So Codar One actually, when Armid was brought up, it asked the question of Biden's records. Well, if his physician chooses to use my service, yeah, sure.
You guys are funny.
I mean, Dave Flowers, I dumped my Jackal into Bitcoin. Jackal went down, Bitcoin went up. It was a good move.
You can't beat it, man. Look, there's nothing saying that you got to stick with one product. I certainly don't. I haven't sold any of my Jackal, but I'm not going to begrudge you, man. Look, just because I support the project doesn't mean everybody has to. And sometimes you got to go Gordon Gekko, man. I absolutely respect that. Bell, please carry on.
Brownsburg Bets. Scott's interview voice and questions have me laughing.
I could do that all day, dude. I absolutely love giving interviews. And my favorite are nonsensical interviews. I want to interview somebody about a product that I know absolutely nothing about. I just want to see if I can do that. Yeah, wow, that is interesting. You know, you got to chew the glasses a little bit while you're considering their answer. I don't know what the hell he's saying. I have no idea if it's fact or if it's myth. I don't know, but I want to be a part of that. So we're going to start. Bell's going to go reaching out for some of these really, really tiny little esoteric blockchains that I know nothing about, and we're going to interview them. I'm not going to research it. I think it'll be a hoot. Bell, please carry on.
All right. Yeah, Moker, which coin do you think will rise in 2023 top 3, please?
Ooh, what do I think? There's a lot going on. And there's a lot going on in the utility spaces. But honestly, man, look, I think your best, and I'll let Emery weigh in on this because I know you guys want Emery's opinion too. I think one of the best, 2023 is going to be a little bit weird. Interest rates are not coming down. They may pause, but they're not coming down. And until they start coming down, this whole mythical bear is not going to happen. I don't see it. I think some of the best money you can spend in crypto in 2023 is probably going to be in mining. And that's either, I want to say validators, man, but look, it's a dominated field. There's a few people that just control most of the cosmos, and a lot of the Ethereum chains are so big that if you don't have $80,000 to $100,000 just to put up front, you're not going to really get going. But there's still lots of mining opportunities. I think dollar for dollar, you're going to get a better value, a better ROI mining. Now, the bear about mining is, of course, that you have to learn Linux. You're going to have to learn some network. You're going to have to learn some things. But if your money is important to you, Google is your friend, and you absolutely can learn these things. So dollar for dollar, I think it would be in everybody's interest to start diversifying into mining in one form or another. Lots of good opportunities out there, man. It just doesn't have to be Cosmos. Golem, I think, is an excellent opportunity. Anchor is an excellent opportunity. You can get into Anchor for 5,000 Anchor, man. It's not that expensive. So I think there's a lot of opportunity, and I think it would be of great benefit to you to diversify your entire strategy and to include mining, because these are fixed costs, and it's wonderful when you know what your costs are. But I'll let Emery weigh in on that one. Emery, what do you think? What's the hot for 2023?
I think from a token standpoint, and this is just because of the fact that so many of these programs have spun up. I think looking at AI tokens is probably a good thing to do. We have, we have ChatGPT up, we have Bard, we have Llama, I think it was, or Alpaca, something like that.
Yeah.
There are various versions and free versions and more paid versions of all these things. So if I were to just take a guess about what tokens are going to do pretty well, I would probably look in the AI sector.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pile on that a little bit. There's 3 tokens I'd advise you to at least keep an eye on. Fetch, which is a podcast favorite. There's a reason that we validate on that network. You're gonna do okay there. Fetch. I like a ride just for the mining opportunities, but take a really good long look at Singularity. And the funny thing, not funny, but the interesting thing is that these 3 tokens from radical different perspectives, radically different chains, are rising and falling together. So the whole AI market sentiment thing is moving as a whole. I think it's wonderful. I don't believe that we've seen the top on that, not by any means. As soon as the next big AI thing breaks, you'll see Fetch spike, you'll see Origo go, you'll see Singularity go. What are some of the other AI ones, Emery? Anything you can think of offhand?
I think those are the three big ones. Those are the only three AI tokens I'm invested in at the moment. So yeah, just those three, I think, for the most part.
But yeah, keep an eye on those, man. They're going to have a good year, and AI is going to be riding market sentiment for at least the next couple of years. So yeah,
Cash has expressed interest in getting into AI too. So
yeah, but how can they, man? Look, I mean, you know what? We're not going to have this debate here, but me and Emery have hacked this thing out for a while. And did you just do that because you know we're over time and that I won't turn on you right now? Is that why you did this?
Okay, and just jumping in, yeah. Poop McScoot22 from Twitch actually jumped in and said, "Yeah, your name's Scott." So
all right. Look, hey, no, man. Look,
I have a feeling that's MJ.
Oh, okay. The poop Scoot. Dude, I'm not giving you any more money, MJ. You already owe me money. Carry on, Belle.
Microman, I want Scott's PBS voice for my voicemail.
I will record it for you, dude. That is not a problem. I'd be happy to do that. I don't even know it. Microman's name is Neil. Hello, you've reached the home of Neil. Neil is out eating soda biscuits, but will return shortly. If you could please leave your name after the beep. He will get right back to you. I'm down, dude. Look, you just tell me what you want, man. I'll put it out. Carry on, Bill.
Black Tornado, Scott, you're totes adorbs too.
Am I totes ador? I don't know what the hell that means, man, but I appreciate it. You know what? Look at the smile you gave me today, dude.
It actually up pitches it a little bit.
And you know what's funny, dude, is that I watch you going through my DAW, and the compressor is just going batshit. Every time you start talking, dude, my compressor is just going nuts, trying to filter out all the bass. It's like, no, we can't send that out. It's great, man. I'll do that. I'll put that up on the screen sometime, and just my DAW, and everybody can watch it as soon as everybody starts talking. It's so distracting. Carry on, Belle.
All right, and I'm actually getting we actually just had Microman pitch in chat saying the stream froze, and now it's back apparently. So yeah. All right. Anyway,
that's a Microman thing. We haven't dropped a frame.
Okay. So 125 POB, do you have a price in mind to what the Jackal will cost to provide security determined on use? Very similar to what Jasmy are doing, not asking for a price, just the average future cost of storage. He goes on to clarify, will it decrease for customers as you get more, or will higher data storage mean increase in storage costs for later use?
Oh, we've had these conversations. Go ahead, Emery.
Yeah, that's a good question. So currently Jackal right now is $8 per terabyte per month. And as it stands, that's actually baked into the protocol. So any change in price is going to have to be a governance vote. In general, over time, storage, the cost to produce these things will become cheaper, but the price for consumers will likely increase. So in order for any of that to happen, there needs to be a governance vote. So would I predict that Jackal storage will remain $8 forever? No, I don't. I would expect cost to increase over time, but that's just due to several factors just outside of Jackal protocols purviews, such as inflation, cost of equipment, things like that. So I don't expect it to stay at $8 forever. A price prediction for what it's going to be in a couple of years, I can't really say, but for the time being and for probably quite some time, it will remain at its current prices.
Well, yeah, I mean, Germany and Switzerland just effectively baked us out of the market. We're not going to be able to stand up storage providers over there. Germany, because they just turned off their last nuclear power plant, and power is going to go up by 45%. And Switzerland laid us, what was it, a 6,000% tax on anybody that's effectively doing crypto mining over there for power costs. I mean, we literally will not be able to afford it because there's no profit, man. There's just absolutely no profit. So it's going to come down to the storage providers, and it always does. Jackal is baked around the storage providers. Everything is built around the storage providers. We are the ones who actually storage providers are the ones that actually make that possible. If Jackal stood up storage, it wouldn't be decentralized anymore. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot that gets into that. No, I would not expect to see it stay at $8, but I would expect the price to stay competitive. So if Jackal's cranking it, everybody else is cranking it at the same time. Carry on, Belle.
Divergent Dan is claiming Mine Jackal a taxable event in the USA.
Ooh.
absolutely.
Oh, I know. We're so unhappy about that too. Taxes suck. Go ahead, Bill.
Jack Sparrow, Jackal, 2 options, incognito and KYC versions. Customer decides. Thus, Scott can choose incognito, but a business with certain Fed requirements can choose KYC.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that. I'm just saying it's funny you should mention that, Jack. We did not have this conversation. I swear I didn't talk with Jack.
That was yeah, that was a good point.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that. I'm just going to leave it there. Carry on, Bill.
125 POB should do a hot tub stream on Twitch. Scott and Emery in a hot tub talking crypto. I'll definitely send my money over for that.
Emery, I'll give you $1,000 if you get in a hot tub with me, and we'll just sit here and talk crypto.
Oh, what makes you think I need to be bribed?
I forgot.
But, go ahead.
We're both military vets, so nudity does not bother us in the least bit. But dude, I've never gotten in a hot tub wearing trunks, so I'm just saying, if you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. All right, I'm a Navy guy. We're used to.
On a more serious note, though, I don't know, Belle, have you discussed possibilities of more public events for the podcast yet, or are we keeping that on the DL right now?
We're keeping that on the DL until we can make the arrangements to make it go.
Yeah, if you guys think we're interesting on the web, you should see us in person. I mean, where we don't moderate our alcohol intake, and our filters really get turned off. So yeah, we are planning something, and when we do, it's going to be the live stream, and I think that'll be a hoot. It's unfortunate for me because I have to wear pants, and I typically don't. I'm wearing fatigues right now. All right, look, man, this is. Don't let the microphone fool you, man. I'm 100% redneck, and I'm wearing fatigues, so it'll be fun, man. I get to put on slacks. Belle can, Belle's always dressed properly. I'm not, and I've never seen Emery in anything, but comfort. So no, it'll be fun. Carry on, Belle.
All right, Microman. Oh, geez, I'm dying. WTF is a soda biscuit.
Is a soda biscuit? My God, dude, have you never... Microman, I'm so disappointed. Emery doesn't know African or European swallows. You don't know what a soda biscuit is. Dude, I am just... Belle, where have we failed our audience? Where have we failed these guys? For years, they've been tuning in. Have I never said the word soda biscuit? I mean, has it never came up? Do we need to scrub video so I can play it live?
We'll bring it up. We'll bring it up when we do our in-person event.
Okay.
Then you can educate them on the wonders of the soda.
Of soda biscuits, man. Come on, soda biscuits and PBS are like peanut butter and jelly. You got to know these things, babe. I failed you, Neil. I have failed you. This is not on you. This is on me. But I promise you that I'm gonna fix it. Carry on, Belle.
GSOM, can you explain the storage provider rewards, please? And that was the last question.
Good. Go, Emery.
Oh, you're not going to do it? All right. So the storage provider rewards is it's not necessarily a simple algorithm, but it does consist of 3 real big things. 1, how big your provider is. 2, how often it can prove the files that are there. And 3, it's a matter of uptime. So if your provider is constantly on and off, then it won't gain as many rewards. If you're not picking up strays, it will not gain as many rewards. If it's not very big, then you're less likely to capture rewards faster. If it's not proving files that are supposed to be proved, meaning that you maybe have suboptimal network connections or configurations, then it won't pick up files. So it is a myriad of factors that will determine how providers get paid out. So the larger, in general, I won't say that it's like this all the time, but in general, larger providers will pick up more. In general, providers with optimized network configurations will pick up more. Providers that pick up strays will be rewarded more, and providers that are on will pick up more than providers that are off. So those are some very big factors that determine the jackal that will be rewarded to your provider, and you can withdraw those at any time.
So better hardware, better connection, better everything. You're simply going to earn more Jackal, man. It is what it is. It's not a matter of punishing smaller providers. It's a matter of providing the best network to the consumers that can be done. Which I hope we pick up some. I hope Jackal picks up some new consumers tonight with my money. So I'm going to go big screen here, talk it up for just a second. Guys, I appreciate you joining us on this one. I know it's a little off. This is off the wall even for us. And I like to think that we're not terribly, terribly focused. I wanted it. I like to bring you guys the money streams, but due to some circumstances that have come up recently, I can't really do those publicly on YouTube anymore. So those streams will still be available over on the Patreon. We made it as cheap as we could, $3 a month, and that's as cheap as I could make it. But we have to be able to set that thing to patron only, so there has to be a cost, man. I am sorry about it. But all the how-tos, all of the wherewithal, all the this is how we work crypto, that's still going to be right here on YouTube. We're still going to be bringing you the products that we think are have good potential, and the ones that I'm personally invested in. If I'm not talking about it, I'm not invested in it. That's really all it comes down to. So yeah, we're going to keep bringing you guys all of that stuff. Belle, I need you to sound off here. I'm going to send you like 1,500 Jackal. Can you handle all the giveaways tonight so that you're not sending? You got it?
Yes, I can handle that.
Okay, we're just going to send you 1,500 Jackal. Please handle this for everything that we gave away tonight. And I appreciate you guys joining us, man. I know we were a little bit different even for us, and that we've been going live a lot, man, but there's so much to talk about. There's so much that we have to get to, and there's only so much time in the day. We haven't gone live this long. I haven't done 90 minutes in a while. I appreciate it. I still feel like I could talk, man, but if I don't stop, we're just going to keep going. So, Belle, talk us up, take us out. I had a wonderful time. Go ahead and do it.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who joined us for our stream tonight, both on YouTube and Twitch, we cannot say thank you enough. Again, we're going to be coming back at our normal time on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In between now and then, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to send Scott, Emery, and myself an email. Scott@ThePodocasts.com, Emery@ThePodocasts.com, or Bella@ThePodocasts.com, and we'll get those taken care of for you. Again, everyone who won Jackal off of Scott tonight, shoot me an email with your Jackal address, and I will get that over to you. Again, we're going to be back on Thursday, and we will see you guys next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.